Hello, Dr. Cantu here with League City Spine and Injury, and today what we're going to talk about is auto accidents, work accidents, or even home accidents. And this is a big part of our practice. I've got a lot of post-grad training on how to evaluate these injuries from some sort of trauma like a car accident. So some general advice here: if you've been in any sort of recent trauma, it is always a good idea to have yourself checked out. And I would say when we talk about traumas, most of the traumas that we see here are car accidents, but there's other types also. And I would say, just some general advice, it is a good idea to get checked after one of those traumas. Even if you're feeling fairly normal, it's still a good idea to get checked, and I'll tell you why. Me, after doing this for 15 years, one of the saddest things that I see in practice is somebody who's in a trauma and could have some pain, they could feel okay, but don't get it properly checked out. And if they have injuries, they don't get it properly treated, and then 10, 15, or 20 years down the road, they have some sort of chronic issue that takes a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money to get corrected, where if they would have had it properly assessed, properly treated, and checked out in the beginning, would have been a fairly easy fix. And we talk about car accidents, which is typically what we see here when it comes to traumas. These car accidents are really interesting. And a lot of people, after a bad car accident or a moderate type car accident, will go to the emergency room to get checked out. And I think if you feel like you should get checked out at the emergency room, it's always a good idea. Don't second guess it. If you think you need to go, then go to the emergency room and get checked out. But understand the purpose of the emergency room. The doctors, the nurses in the emergency room are fantastic. They have amazing training for true emergencies, but with a lot of car accidents, after they clear somebody, they're not looking for injury. What they're looking for is something life-threatening, and pretty much anything that's not life-threatening, like a broken neck or some sort of brain bleed or something similar to that, they will just release that person and tell them to follow up with another doctor down the road. And that is good advice, because understand that the purpose of the emergency room is for these life-threatening type conditions like heart attacks, strokes, some sort of stab wound, gunshot wound, or something like that. So if you've been to the emergency room and the doctors there said that they didn't see anything, or follow up with your doctor, it's always a good idea to check up on that and follow up with a doctor who has been trained to detect these types of injuries that we do see in car accidents and other traumas. And that is where I have a lot of my post-grad training. If you have any questions whatsoever on a recent trauma or any other injury like that, feel free to give us a call or leave me a message. I will try to get back to it. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.